Alright guys, welcome back. Here is an update to Stranded Deep. They came out with a new update, a new patch this morning, and I apologize for not getting this out faster. I am in New York, and with all the snow I did lose power today, so it did take me a little bit to get everything back out. But I just wanted to highlight some of the technical stuff and some of the fun stuff that they have updated. And I've read the patch notes, and obviously I know you guys can read, so I'm not going to sit here and read the list. I'm just going to show you guys some of the stuff that I thought was the coolest part. For technical stuff, as you can see, I've loaded a game, and my raft is still here, so they did fix that. And they promise that no more Bermuda Triangle rafts where you're in the middle out in sea and then it disappears. One thing that they have done is they have also increased the resources on the islands. So now all these rocks I just got right here, I just picked up on this one island. So now you have enough to make the campfire, to cook, and you have enough also to make a hammer, a spear, and a crude knife, which is pretty much everything to get you started. They fixed the physics of the boat as well, which I'm not sure if many people noticed, but I can now throw stuff in there, where before it was just kind of bouncing out because it wouldn't go in. So now I can set all these rocks in here. Let's say I wanted to transport them to another island. I would pick this up and get going. I'm actually just going to drag it, it'll be faster. I drag this out, and we'll see what happens with the physics. If I drag this out and it weighs too much, you notice it's sinking now. It'll sink. So transporting stuff is cool, but watch, if I pick this up, it goes back up. So you can transport stuff in your raft, but you want to make sure that you're not overfilling it, because otherwise you'll lose everything. Another thing is that if I put this stuff in here, it's getting dark now, sorry. I throw this stuff in here, take my paddle, and I start paddling. I can lose some stuff. Oh, it's heavy. I can lose some stuff. So like when I had the lighter stuff, like the bottle of water, the compass, you want to make sure that you keep that in your inventory while you're traveling, because the heavier stuff won't bounce out, but the lighter stuff you will end up losing as you're crossing the islands. Okay, one thing I have the displeasure in showing you is that these sharks are much more active and much more aggressive now. They have fixed that, which is unfortunate. Now they don't go away when you, see, they are much more aggressive now. They don't just go away now when you stab them a few times. They're not scaredy cats anymore. So you are at a much bigger risk of dying now when you, see, she is circling me. You're at a much bigger risk of dying now whenever you go out. So the raft is a much safer option now than it was before. Okay, so I've actually just woken up from sleeping. They changed that aspect of sleeping. I remember before I was complaining how they expected everybody to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, they changed it. They made it a little bit better. Now everybody gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and that you can now go to bed between 6 at night to 6 in the morning. So you're pretty much missing all of the darkness, because you were getting up at 5 a.m. before, which was a little ridiculous to me. And then you were still kind of stuck in the dark. So now you won't be stuck in the dark anymore, which is really good. It's a really good change. Oh, and from going back and forth between my software and the game, just a quick tip. When it rains, or if it's really, really foggy, if you save your game and then X out of the game and you come back, it'll be nice and clear and sunny again. So yeah, that's kind of like a little cheap, but you know, if you're just sitting on the island with nothing to do, saying, "Oh, come on, I want to play my game," you could just X right out of it, and you come back in and it's nice and sunny again. So you don't have to deal with the rain. So now you'll notice that while they did change everything about the raft, it'll no longer disappear in the middle of the ocean and a bunch of good stuff like that. They did change the ratio and the speed in which you travel in it. So it's actually really slow, I found. It was actually really aggravating. It took me like half a day just to get somewhere else, which was really, really annoying. So I'm actually still swimming, which is taking a big risk because now the sharks are much more aggressive. Alright guys, another thing that I wanted to show you was that they did fix this hatch problem, it seems, although it's a little risky. I would make sure that you save your game before you try to ever go down one of these hatches. If you still have trouble getting up on these boats, you just chop down a palm tree and then use it as sort of like a ladder just to climb right on up. Now, I would save my game, but we've had some trouble. Ooh, there's an arm right there. We have had some trouble with people coming into this hatch and then getting stuck with no way to come up. So it seemed as though they've added water. They put water in here so you can't get stuck anymore, but it still takes some maneuvering to get out of. And they haven't fixed the physics yet to the fact that I can light my lighter underwater, which is really interesting. But if you watch, I'll try to get out of here. If you struggle, it'll be tougher. But you just want to like jump, calmly jump up, and you should, in theory, be able to get out of here. There you go. So it does take a little bit of effort, but hopefully you won't get stuck. But just to avoid that, make sure you always save your game before you go down into one of those hatches. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna die down there. Alright guys, besides just fixing the raft, they did do something really cool. You can now craft an engine, and they also fixed the loot. Look at all this loot. Now before, I had gone to probably 5 or 6 islands, and I didn't even get half of this, and now I got all this loot. I got a flare gun, compass. I got some special stuff that I hadn't seen before, like this can of baked beans, this tube of air for deeper dives, and this bottle of vitamins, which I thought was really cool. So I had collected all the engine parts, hoping that I could show you guys right away when they decided to put the update in. But unfortunately, with this update, you do have to restart your game. So I had to hunt around for hours and hours trying to find all of this stuff to show you guys. So I'm pretty excited about this. I haven't actually done it yet because I wanted to show you guys the actual crafting part of it. Okay, so to build the engine, you need 4 parts. You have your fuel tank, your actual engine, the propeller, and the carburetor. So the engine was the last thing I found. I found a lot of fuel tanks. I have 4 of those, 3 propellers, and only 1 of each other item. So I'm going to put these down, and we're going to craft up an engine here for our boat, and then hopefully we can go for a pretty cool ride. Alright, so I have the motor, I built a raft, and there we go. That is what it looks like. A little nervous because before this raft was just so shoddy. Oh, that's cool. Oh wow, this is cool. You basically just stand on the end and then it's like you're walking. Wonder if it scares the sharks away. Okay, see, he came up after me. They're getting more aggressive, but it doesn't look like it scares them away, so I'm just gonna go. Oh my god, no! They are definitely really aggressive. Holy crap. They will knock you off of your boat. You are really not that safe. Turn this on quick. Oh my god, look at all of them. Let's get out of here. Alright guys, here we go. I think we found a whale. Whales are new update in the game. Oh my god, he's huge. Dude, check out this whale. I hope the shark doesn't come get me. Look at this guy. Oh my god. There you go guys, this is a whale. Wow, he's cool. So now if you're looking for a whale, they tend to be around right in the middle where ooh, oh my gosh, he just hit my raft. They're usually around where the you know those little like buoys out in the middle. If you find a buoy and then you keep going around there, you will find a whale because there's a buoy back that way. So the update fixed a lot of problems and actually added a lot of cool things. Added to the playability of the game. So we have whales, we built a boat, There's more resources, which they actually might change the spawn rate of that. And the sharks are very, very aggressive now. They are a force to be reckoned with. They're kind of a really scary enemy now. Especially the great whites, the way he knocked me off my raft. Oh my god, there he is. Alright, well that'll be it for this time. And I hope to see... What is he doing? I hope to see you guys next time whenever the next update comes. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And as always, thanks for watching.